Hi, my name is Prajakta Potnis. I'm an artist based in Mumbai. I live and work from Mumbai. I have been to Sharjah in 2018, and it's a beautiful connection I feel to the city. I think particularly in this site that that I got invited to show my work in is quite special, I think. It's special because it's a house, it's a heritage house that is being used to exhibit work. Also, the work that I'm showing specifically for the Sharjah Art Biennial is connected with domesticity. So it made complete sense to show the work that I was doing in this site. The room that we are in right now has two wells within it, and I think earlier it was used for domestic purposes, for water, for the kitchen use. The site that we are in right now is a site where I speak about the issues of water and rest related to the life of a domestic care worker. The life of a domestic care worker is extremely challenging. There's no space for rest and sleep. So there are, what we see at the background here are actually projections of empty containers, some half filled. The women here in India, basically, especially in Mumbai, who work as domestic care workers, have to wait for long hours to just get water for the rest of their day, and the water supply is only for 10 minutes sometimes. There are long queues. The water comes at really odd hours. It comes at 2 a.m. in the night. So the idea was to reflect the viewer into the life of a caregiver, to imagine how rest and sleep is connected with their life. As we move into the other rooms, there's almost an image, there's a imagination of what dreamlike space would be or escape route would be. So one of the sites that I also work in this room, in this house, is actually a long corridor. It's almost a long 70-foot corridor. And one is almost imagining it as an escape route, a route where you almost take off, drift when you're doing the most boring activities. So there are humming sounds, there is a light projection in that space. And then in the third room that we walk into, there's the space of the master's house, how the domestic care workers are treated within the house of their employers. A lot of times in India, what happens is because of the caste system that's still prevalent, the food or their vessels are usually segregated from their employers. So what I've done is that I have painted still life objects which are actually from the memories and descriptions given to me by these domestic workers. They have described the objects that are assigned to them, and these are objects that are usually segregated from the family, from the employer's belongings. So these are the four spaces, and they're almost like psychological escapes of a worker, of a laborer. It's an extreme privilege to be showing at the Sharjah Biennial and to be given this kind of space. I'm extremely excited, nervous at the same time. I hope that the work weaves in. It's interesting to see it finally happen. It's quite exciting at the moment. It is actually a takeoff from my last solo, which I had in Bombay in 2020. So this work is a takeoff from the earlier work called A Body Without Organs. it speaks about labor. I am interested in looking at domesticity and the issues of labor within it. And I hope that the work kind of helps me look at, because I've pushed myself. I think I've really pushed myself in this particular work. I have also really experimented with things that I would not have. So I'm interested to see how and where it takes me from here.